Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. I've got another video for you today. This one is a TTM video. TTM, if you don't know, stands for through the mail. And what I will do, and I know a lot of you guys do as well, is take sports cards from the various sports, baseball, basketball, hockey, football, and send them to the players on the cards, along with a self-addressed stamped envelope and a handwritten letter that you'll want to individualize to the player. Put something in the letter about their career that resonates with you, or maybe a memory you had from when you were a kid, or something that makes it look like it's not the same like stock form letter that you send to every single player. Make it look like you put some effort into it and make it an enjoyable experience for them to read as well as for you. Have that interaction, have that moment with them, because sometimes that's more important than actually getting the cards. And some will write back, so it's totally cool. The more you think about it and put into it, the more you'll get out of it. So most will sign for free. Some will charge a small fee. It's like $5, $10, nothing too major. For your letter, don't forget to ask them if they're willing to sign your cards. So without further ado, let's get into this latest batch of cards, which is kind of a pretty big stack of cards. So let's get right into it. Starting off with a outfielder who only played for I think a season in the majors, but he played for the Toronto Blue Jays. We've got Lou Thornton. We've got his 1986 tops as well as his 1986 flair. And he's super quick, super responsive, lives in Alabama and got all the way back to Colorado in less than a week. So super happy with that. And then next up is a pitcher who played for the Cardinals and the Padres in the late 70s, early 80s. John Curtis. Got his 1975 tops when he was with the Cardinals, and then I've got his 1981 flair and 1981 tops with the Padres. And I've still got a lot of 1981 flares that are out there and are coming back. I think I've kind of worked through a lot of the 81 flares, so those might be winding down. I know I've been hitting those pretty hard. Hopefully you guys like 1981 flair as much as I do, but we still have more from it. So speaking of which, we've got a second baseman who played for the Expos in the 70s and then went on to play for the Twins. We got Pete Mackanin. Got his 78 tops as well when he was with the Expos and his 1981 flair with the Twins. And then a pretty decent pitcher from the late 70s, early 80s, Roger Erickson. Got his 1979 tops, his 1981 tops, and 1981 flair. And then switching sports to hockey, we've got a defenseman who played for the Vancouver Canucks as well as the St. Louis Blues, Garth Butcher in the late 80s, early 90s. We've got his Parkhurst with the Blues, his score with the Canucks, and then a couple 91s, score and pro set when he was with the St. Louis Blues. Next up, one for my Tigers binder. Love him at Tigers. We've got Terry Humphrey, 1976 tops. He played catcher for the Tigers. That's pretty cool. And then here's a player that I saw a lot of people were posting that they received cards back from him. A lot of people did 87 tops. I didn't do 87 tops, but who I'm talking about is Tim Pollett. Got his 1986 tops when he was with the White Sox, and then he went on to play for the Orioles, and I've got his 1981 score in Donruss. And I love that action shot for the 1981 score as well as that cool turquoise border. So very happy to get those from Mr. Hollick. And then going back to hockey, great hockey player from the 70s who he was part of that dynasty that won all the cups with the New York Islanders. Bob Nystrom. Very happy to get all these cards from him. He was a key part of that team. And then next is a player who does charge a small fee. I think he charges $5. But who I'm talking about is Mickey Hatcher. Got his 1985 tops when he was with the Twins. And then this next player is one who, there's two players with the same name for the same era, late 80s, Greg Harris. This is Greg A. Harris. And so if you're looking up addresses for Greg Harris, make sure you've got the right cards going to the right Greg Harris. But we've got his 1986 tops with the Rangers, 87 tops with the Rangers, 88 Donruss with the Rangers, as well as 1989 tops when he went on to play for the Phillies. Next up, we've got a center for the Nordiques, who also played for the Sharks, Tony Rack. And we've got a couple on the Nordiques, 1990 Pro Set, 1991 Score, and then 1991 O-Pee-Chee when he went on to play for the Sharks. I love his signature. It's really cool. And then next up, we have a pitcher who played for the Mariners in the late 80s, early 90s, Eric Hansen. A lot of people got ones. Oops, just dropped one. Eric Hansen played for the Mariners. I got his 91 Score K-Man card, and then I've got his 1989 Topps updated or traded, and then his 1991 Upper Deck. Next up, we've got a pitcher from the 70s, played for the Cubs, played for the Brewers, played for the Royals, played for the Mariners, Jim Colburn. I've got a couple for the Brewers, his 1974 Topps as well as his 1975 Topps, and then I have 78 Topps with the Royals and 79 Topps with the Mariners. Next up, we've got a player from shortstop from the Giants from early 80s, Joe Patini. 81 Flair and 81 Topps. He signs on his face. I've made comments in my other videos about how I don't like it when they sign on their faces because it kind of ruins the aesthetics of the card. Anywhere else on the card, just don't sign right across your face. But I'm not complaining. I'm happy to get the cards, but I kind of am complaining, but whatever. I don't like them signed on the face, but whatever. Next up, we got 1981 Flair, Ken Macha. He was an Expos third baseman. And then we have a defenseman from the 70s who played for the Red Wings, Larry Giroux. And he lives in Colorado too. Not that it matters to you guys, but I always find it interesting when they live in Colorado. And then we have a pitcher from the late 80s who played for the Cardinals, Ray Soff, 1987 Topps and 1987 Donruss. And then here's a player who I did send to back in, well, a little while ago. But I got a return to sender because he moved. But it did have a forwarding address, so I just sent it to the new address and got this from Charlie Spikes. He was an outfielder who played for the Indians and the Braves in the 70s into 80s. I've got his 1975 Topps as well as his 1981 Flair. And then another hockey defenseman, Mo Mantha. These are interesting. These are both from 91, and in the picture, you've got number 22 and number 23, different people. So O-Pee-Chee screwed up, and they put a picture of a different player on their card and said it was Mo Mantha, but it's McDermott, forget his first name, but different player on that one, and yeah, so he still signed it, but it's not a picture of him. And here's a player who I think he only has cards from 1988, so he only played for a minute. Keith Hughes has 88 Topps, 88 Donruss, and 88 Score, and then he didn't really have any other cards after that. And another hockey, we've got a goalie from the late 80s, early 90s, Alan Bester. Has 90 Pro Set, 90 Score, and 90, is that 90? Bowman, whatever year it is. And lastly, we've got a player. I'm going to show two of his cards first, and then we'll show the third second, and I'll show you why in a minute. Broderick Perkins. He was a first baseman who played for the Padres and then went on to play for the Cleveland Indians. We've got his 1981 Flair for the Padres as well as his 1984 Topps for the Cleveland Indians. Those are cool, but what's even cooler is I completed another multiplayer card, signature card thing. 1979 Topps, Padres Prospects. And I had originally sent to, the most difficult one on there was Jim Beswick. He was the one that was most inconsistent with his returns. So I sent to him first, got it back, and then sent to Steve Mura, who signed it, and then finally got Broderick Perkins. So very happy to complete that. That's my second multiple player signature card. My first one was the Cecil Fielder with the San Diego Chicken card, but now I have this Padres Prospects one. So that was really fun to get that back and to finally complete that card. Yeah, so that's the last of my cards for this particular week of returns for TTM. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video and enjoyed those cards. If you did, like and subscribe, and watch more of my videos, or leave a message below. I usually try to respond back. I love interacting with you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if there are any cards that you liked that I showed, or any players that you're sending to, or kind of what's going on. Say hello, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.